Hello everyone, it's Christine of Twinkle Plans Her Day. Yesterday I had a class on Michaels. I'd like to thank everybody who came to the class. I had such a good time. We learned about Mildliners and did some Bujo pages like this one. So I'd like to today talk about the templates that I had for free on that class. I will put the link in the description to where you can access all of those templates unless in case you missed the class. I'll also actually try to put the link of the actual class if you want to see it. But here are the templates. I have one that's like a starburst, a savings tracker here, this layout here, and a book one as well. Also, this list of 25 things to track in your bullet journal or planner. So you can access all of those in the description box below. But today I'd like to go over this one. And what I'm going to do is work on this template and do 3 different pages with this template to show you 3 different applications of the same template to perhaps inspire you to work with these templates and find something that works for you. So I'm going to start with this one. I sort of penciled out what I want to do. I'm going to be using 3 Mildliners for this, the orange, the yellow, and the green. First, I'm going to just trace along the lines, the inside of the lines with the Mildliners. So I'm going to have to speed up the camera and let's start. So the first one I'm going to do is basically the same that I did during the Michaels class, but I thought I'd do it over to show you how I did it. I'm using the green, yellow, and orange because it's March and I wanted a St. Patrick's Day feel. The title will be I'm So Lucky, and then it's going to be like a gratitude journal, and in each little ray there'll be something that I'm grateful for. So that's the idea of this particular page. This when I printed it out, I printed this out at 100%, so the size would be perfect for a big happy planner. But if you wanted this to go with a classic happy planner, you should print it at about 80%. And if you have a smaller, different kind of ring binder or whatever, you can just tweak it to whatever works for you. But about 80% seems to work for those classic happy planners. If you have a big, just leave it as it is, and it's really perfect. So here I am finishing with the yellow Mildliner. I'm making sure that the tip of the chiseled marker stays on the top of the line, which is why I'm moving the paper each time. It's a lot easier to see the line and keep it close and not veer off if I have it on top, whereas if I have the chisel on the bottom, you can't see it as well because your hand is in the way. Or perhaps if you're left-handed, that would be different. But if you're right-handed, you kind of do have to move the paper around. It makes it easier to get those lines straight. Now I'm going to be writing with the chisel, with the fine tip, I'm so. And then I'm going to take out the green brush pen. Mildliners just came out with these brush pens. Well, I think it's been a year almost, but I haven't had them until recently, and I'm just totally obsessed with these brush pens. And I wrote down Lucky in pencil. So I'm just lightly going over it with the brush pen, and I'm not a letterer at all. So I'm going to try to change that in a while, but before I do try to fix the lettering, I'm going to start with the next template and do another color scheme. So I'm going to put this away, and I'll get back to it to finish with the journaling. And I'm going to take out the next one, and I'm going to do, instead of the green, I'm going to replace the green with red so that it looks more like a sun. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just trace over the lines, and you'll see it's going to be kind of like a different effect. Okay, so now that I'm done with the second one, I'm going to take the last one. And for the last one, I'm going to try a rainbow spread. So I'm going to start with the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then violet, and go around and get a completely different look for this third one. Okay, so here I am back with the original template that I had, and I'm going to be shadowing where it says lucky. I think it makes the word pop a little bit and fixes any imperfections that I have with my lettering. I'm just shadowing each right side of each stroke. The right side of each stroke, I just add a little bit of this gray Mildliner. I'm using the fine tip. And just finishing up those little details in the letters. And I'm liking the way it looks. I always keep my Mildliners back into the original packaging. I'm trying to find a way to organize my Mildliners, but haven't found one yet. So these are Sarasa pens. These are gel ink pens. And I love the different colors. It comes in 25 different colors. You can buy them individually in any Michaels store or in a pack. And I'm going to write in each ray something that I'm grateful for. And I'm going to be journaling after it. But for now, I'm just writing in what I'm grateful for, and I'll add the journaling at a later time. I'm particularly loving the Sarasa pens for this type of journaling because they match. There's so many different kinds, different colors. They match completely the Mildliners. And I think if I had used a black pen, it would have totally distracted from the effect of this. I don't know how to explain it. I just think the colored pens, usually I'm like a firm believer of always using black pen in my planners, but I think for journaling, I like to make an exception of that. And I think the color pens work perfectly for this type of journaling. So here I'm returning to the second spread, and I'm going to be writing down Shine So Bright, looking for my orange brush pen to write the word bright with the brush pen, much the same way I did with Lucky, and of course I sketched it out with a pencil beforehand. And as with any lettering, when you're using a brush pen, as you're going up, you use a light stroke, and as you go down, you press a little bit harder on your pen to get that fat stroke. So as you're moving upward, it's light strokes, and as you're going downward, you just press the pen a little further harder, and it should get a thicker line. That's how you get this calligraphy effect. Of course, I'm not even close to being as good as I'd like, so I'm highlighting like a little shadow effect with the Sarasa pen, this time with the orange one that matches. Perfecting my lettering is something I'd really like to do for 2021, but I just don't see the time. I just don't have the time for it. So I'm just going to have to settle for my mediocre lettering. I'm going to erase those extra pencil marks. But I must say, these brush pens really do make it easier. And for the top of it, I'm going to write Shine So. So it's Shine So Bright, and I'm going to use the fine point of that Mildliner for the top part of it. Here I go. Shine So. And for this layout, I'm going to write all the things that I expect to see from 2021. So, sort of a vision board. I'm going to use this as a manifestation page, if you will, of all the good things that will happen in 2021, as I so believe they will. And for the last one, I'm going to just write ideas in just regular print. I'm going to erase all those pencil marks again. And under the word ideas, I'm going to draw a light bulb. And I'm going to write ideas of spreads that I have or things I'd like to do for Instagram. It's a cute little way of recording all the ideas for future spreads or YouTube videos. So there you are, 3 different ways of using the same template. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and catch me on Instagram at twinkleplansherday. Thanks so much for watching.